Hey friends, it's Nancy, and I am here to do an Etsy shop update. So, new things that are going into my Etsy shop. The link is below in the description. So, first up is paper. So, I have packs of paper. This one has 20 sheets, and it's a pale blue, and it sort of looks like parchment. It's 60 pound, and the description says it has a vellum finish, and I can see where it feels like vellum. This is not vellum though, but it has sort of that crispness of vellum, but at the same time being lightweight like a copy paper. I would use this as copy paper in any other situation. But it's a real pretty blue, and I said there's 20 sheets, right? Okay, this is vintage. Next, I have vellum. And you know what? I've had this for so long, I don't even remember where it came from. And it's just plain white vellum. 20 sheets. I don't know what else to say about it. I have a very, very limited amount of this. This is really an interesting sort of texture. It's like almost I feel like there's only 10 sheets in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, somebody's getting a bonus. This is thesis paper. So this would have been in the day before word processors, and university students would type their thesis onto paper like this, and it had to be, within these margins. I think these margins look really great, and can you imagine, how it would look as a page with, it's more like a bright pink, that rather than red, and I don't have a lot of this. It's just kind of got this really cool, it's not like a flat, and it is watermarked. It says race erase bond Southworth. It's 25% cotton. That's what the watermark says. I don't have very many packages of these, so if you want them, better get them tonight. This is not new. This is something I've had in the shop for a while, but very similar to the thesis paper. This does have a double red line and on one side and a single line on the other. And this will be 20 sheets. This is legal paper. I got this from the estate of a retired judge, actually. So this would have been used to draft orders back in the day. Yep. So, oh, I've got some ledger too. Hang on, I'll bring ledger. All right, here's some ledger. Also vintage. Like some will have some yellowed edges and some foxing and what have you. But these are big. So this was not in a book. These double sheets came in a box. And they are legal size, I believe. Oh, not quite legal size. 12 3/4 tall, and then 8.5 And of course, when you open it up, it's 17 inches, right? Did I do my math right? I don't know. I've run out of time. Or not time, I've run out of space. So you get 10 full sheets like this. And I've got a fairly good supply of those. I think that's it for paper. Next up, I think we're going to do some textiles. This was listed last time. So there's 100 2.5 inch squares of reproduction feed sack fabric. This isn't real stuff, it's reproduction. I thought I was all sold out, but while I was moving things around, I found that I had one more. So there's that. Now, in terms of the real McCoy, I also have the real McCoy. So let me show you what I have. So these are quilt patches. So they're all cut in the size of a patch for a Dresden plate. Let's see, I think it's about 5 inches long. Yeah, 5.25 inches long. This was a project that somebody started back in time, never completed, so I happily took that. There's 20 pieces in each package, and I've got several color families. So if you're looking, I can't promise that there's 20 different patterns, but there's certainly a variety in every package. I tried my best to make sure that there wasn't more than one, and there's a few that do have a couple of the same. So I have light blue. I just want to show you some of the examples here. I love using these kinds of fabrics to embellish journals. I did a page recently with these. So there's the light blue. Then we have just 2 dark blue ones. They're mostly like primary colors. Dark blue, red, yellow. Again, 20 pieces there. Then I have some pink. I have purple. I have green. I have yellow. And I have an assortment of colors. So if I had, like, there's no gray, there's no red, but I didn't have a lot of those, but you know, I did have a lot of green. So if I had extra from the other color packs, then I put it in with the assorted. Okay, so that is that. Okay, I showed these before, but they never actually went into the shop for whatever reason. So I have these bobbins of fabric. So this is a 1.5 inch torn strip, and it's the width of fabric, so 40 to 44 inches, somewhere in that market. And I handmade these bobbins myself to wrap the fabric on. So I have a couple of this calico that's got a cream background with some goldy brown print on it. And this one This one was actually white with the print on it, but I dyed it with tea and other dyes. So it's quite grungy, and it looks like a ledger. And again, it's 1.5 inches wide. It's with the fabric wide, so, or long, I mean, so between 40 and 45 inches. And it's on a handmade bobbin. So those are definitely going to go in the shop this time. I don't know why I didn't put them in last time. I think that might be it for textiles, perhaps. All right, stamps. I forgot to mention that I had bird stamps. So a package of 100, look at those chickens, of 100 different, I shouldn't say different. I tried my best to make them different, but 100 stamps with birds on them. So I have a few of those, 6. I've had something like this in the past, bingo cards. There's 4 in a package. They're definitely vintage. I recently made something. Oh, I made a couple of journaling cards out of these in a recent video. Do I have them handy? Yeah. So I made a couple of journaling cards. They are 6.5-ish by just about 4-ish. I also have milk caps. So there's an assortment of 10 milk caps in there. I was trying to get them to all, you know, go in a line. That didn't happen. These are fun to add as, you know, a tab or top of a tag. They're definitely vintage. You're not going to find milk caps anymore, that's for sure. And these are all unused. See this? They're all unused. Am I forgetting anything? Yes, I am. Here's the, sorry, excuse me, the last thing that I wanted to show you. I have made up these bundles of vintage seam binding. They are 5 yards, and I'm going to assemble them in packs of 5, so you'll get 25 yards of vintage seam binding, and it will be from these neutral colors. So this one looks a little green, but it's my favorite. It's kind of gold, actually. So cream, beige, gray, black, white, in those sorts of neutral shades. I do have a lot of green and a lot of blue, but I'm not ready to to tackle that mess yet. But I have had this all bundled up for quite a while. It's just been trying to wrap my head around, how do I package this? Anyway, if you're seeing this video, everything is on my Etsy shop. Go take a look. And thanks so much for joining me. We'll talk to you again a little later this afternoon. Bye-bye.